Buddy is the human who grows up at the North Pole and raised by elves. He thinks he's an elf his whole life until he discovers that he is human, and it's time for him to go find his father and his family and figure out what life is like for humans down in New York City. And one of the great things about playing Buddy is just his wide-eyed innocence, his elfin, innocence and wonderment about the world, and everything's just fun and exciting, and sort of juxtaposing that with New York City and sort of the jaded New Yorkers and all of that sort of that comparison and contrast going on all the time between Buddy sort of just living at such a childlike state versus the life that we all live as adults. I think that's one of the real fun things about the show, is just sort of getting a chance to explore that effervescent happiness and joy in the Christmas season, and it's been really, really fun to work on.
And everything I thought is tangled up in one big knot. The world out there has clearly got its flaws. If they can't say there is a Santa Claus.
I think that everybody knows going in, if they've seen the movie, that it's super silly, which is so great. Everybody's expecting that. But that it has such a heart is such a surprise. And I think that people will really walk out with like a sense of, okay, Christmas can begin, like the holidays have started. It's such a lovely musical that way, and I find myself surprisingly crying through this little Christmas confection. I'm crying on stage, off stage, watching my friends do their stuff, so it's very special.
Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares.
Santa's overrated. I kinda get the feeling that New York is jaded.
The joy that I have with working on this show is on the surface, and when you listen to it without really digging in, you think, oh, it's bright, it's cheery, it's a good time. And then the more time you spend with this piece, you realize that what they've really done is given it such an incredible heart at its center that the show sneaks up on you. In Act 2, you're like, why am I emotional right now? What is happening? And really, it's just this intangible thing, this Christmas spirit, this joy of saying, just let go of anything that you've been holding on to, stress, any adult problems, and just be a kid for one night, for 2.5 hours. Come, bring your children, bring your grandchildren, and just embrace that part of you. And I've seen audiences in Seattle, and I look forward to seeing audiences in Jersey just get behind the heart that they've hidden inside of this piece that can really get people wrapped up in it.
Yeah, one of my favorite things when I would see the show in New York, I would sit in the back at the Hirschfeld. There's a little space in the back where I could stand, and towards the end of the show, when you would see the heartfelt moments, I would literally see families get close together. I would see a father put his arm around his kid's, his back, or a couple start holding hands. It was those moments, and I was like, that's what we want. Yeah. That's what we want. We want you to be laughing, but we also want you to be feeling the feelings at the same time.
Absolutely.